Think you know what's best for your horse? Think again. While they can't roll their eyes or give you attitude, your horse might secretly be annoyed by things you do every day without even realizing it. From subtle mishandling to common oversights, these habits might be pushing your horse's patience to the limit. Let's dive into 8 surprising ways you might be annoying your equine partner and how to fix them. Rough or heavy-handed riding. Imagine trying to communicate with someone who constantly shouts or pulls at you. It's frustrating and overwhelming. For horses, rough or heavy-handed riding feels exactly the same. When riders pull sharply on the reins or apply excessive leg pressure, it can lead to stress, confusion, or even resentment. Horses are incredibly perceptive to subtle cues, and overly forceful actions disrupt their willingness to cooperate. Over time, this can cause anxiety, resistance, or behavioral issues. A gentle and balanced approach fosters trust and creates a better partnership. Horses thrive on clear, consistent signals delivered with a light touch. If a horse doesn't respond as expected, it's often due to a misunderstanding or lack of training, not defiance. Riders who adjust their technique with empathy are more likely to see positive outcomes. Rough handling can also result in physical discomfort or pain. Tugging reins or excessive pressure may cause soreness or even chronic conditions, leading to behaviors like head tossing, tail swishing, or refusal to move forward. Regularly, checking tack fit and riding posture ensures the horse remains comfortable and responsive. Beyond the physical impact, heavy-handed riding affects the emotional connection between horse and rider. Horses remember how they're treated, and repeated negative experiences can erode trust. This can make them wary, defensive, or disengaged. On the other hand, a patient and understanding rider builds a relationship based on respect and mutual cooperation. Always remember that riding should be a two-way conversation, not a one-sided command. Listening to your horse's responses, making adjustments, and leading with kindness and clarity will strengthen the bond you share. Empathy and patience aren't just ideals. They're the foundation of successful, harmonious riding. Inconsistent or confusing cues. Horses thrive on clarity. If you tell them to stop with your hands but urge them forward with your legs, they'll be left wondering what you want. Inconsistent cues can be deeply frustrating for horses because they're wired to seek patterns and predictability. When riders send mixed messages, it's like speaking 2 languages at once. They just won't get it. Consistency in communication helps horses feel safe and secure. For example, if you always use the same cue to ask for a trot, the horse will learn to associate that movement with your signal. Changing it up randomly, however, leaves the horse guessing, which can lead to hesitation or resistance. This kind of confusion can also manifest in behavioral problems. A horse that doesn't understand what's being asked might buck, rear, or simply refuse to move. These aren't acts of defiance. They're cries for better guidance. Taking time to learn how to give clear, consistent cues can prevent misunderstandings. Inconsistent cues don't just affect training, they can damage the bond between horse and rider. A confused horse may start to feel insecure or even lose trust in their handler. Building trust requires clear communication and a willingness to adapt to the horse's learning pace. The key to avoiding this behavior is mindfulness. Riders should aim to stay aware of their body language and signals. Practicing consistency not only makes the horse's job easier, but also creates a more rewarding experience for both parties. Ignoring their body language. Horses are always communicating, but their language is visual and subtle. Pinned ears, a swishing tail, or a stiff posture aren't random. They're clear signs of discomfort or annoyance. Ignoring these signals can lead to escalating behavior as the horse tries harder to make itself understood. Understanding their body language fosters a stronger connection. For example, forward flicking ears indicate alertness and interest, while pinned back ears signal irritation or warning. Observing and responding to these cues shows your horse that you're paying attention and respecting their feelings. Ignoring these signals can also compromise safety. A horse that feels ignored might lash out. Kicking, biting, or bolting are ways they express frustration or fear. Paying attention to their cues can prevent situations from escalating to this point. Listening to a horse's body language isn't just about avoiding problems. It's about creating a partnership. When you acknowledge their signals, you show them respect. This respect lays the foundation for a deeper bond and better communication. Learning to speak horse takes time and observation. Every horse is unique, and their body language might vary slightly. The more you pay attention, the better you'll understand what they're trying to tell you. Rushing grooming or saddling. For horses, grooming isn't just about cleanliness. It's a bonding experience. When owners rush through it, horses may feel stressed or neglected. Imagine someone brushing your hair in a hurry, pulling at tangles without care. It's not pleasant, and horses feel the same way. Taking time to groom properly helps horses relax. It's a chance to check for injuries, build trust, and enjoy each other's company. Rushing through it robs both horse and handler of this valuable moment of connection. Hurrying the saddling process can also create problems. If the saddle isn't positioned correctly, or the girth is tightened too quickly, the horse may become uncomfortable or even develop physical issues over time. This discomfort can lead to resistance when riding. Horses are creatures of routine, and they appreciate a calm, steady approach. When grooming and saddling are done thoughtfully, they're more likely to stand quietly and cooperate. Patience during this process sets the tone for the rest of your interaction. Taking your time shows the horse you care about their well-being. It's not just about preparing them for work. It's about ensuring they feel comfortable and valued every step of the way. Here are detailed explanations for the remaining 4 behaviors, each expanded into 5 paragraphs with no conclusions for a smooth flow. Loud noises or sudden movements. Horses are instinctively flight animals, which means their first reaction to danger is to run, not to think. This natural instinct helps them survive in the wild, where quick escapes from predators are crucial. Loud noises, such as slamming doors, sudden shouts, or even the sound of a barking dog, can trigger this fear response almost instantly. Horses rely on their surroundings to feel safe, and when something disrupts that calm, they may react with anxiety. This could include spooking, bolting, or simply tensing up and refusing to move. These reactions aren't signs of defiance. They're their way of saying, "I feel unsafe." Understanding this helps create a safer environment for them. A stable or riding area filled with unexpected loud noises can cause long-term stress for a horse. Over time, they may become jumpy or nervous, even when nothing unusual is happening. This can make handling and riding difficult, and may lead to trust issues between horse and handler. Even a small, sudden movement can catch a horse off guard. For example, quickly pulling out a blanket or flinging a rope over a fence may seem harmless to us, but might make a horse flinch. Their sensitive eyes and ears are always on alert, picking up details we might not even notice. Learning to move calmly and quietly around horses helps them feel secure. Even in busy environments, taking care to avoid unnecessary noise or abrupt actions can make a big difference in how a horse perceives their surroundings. It shows that you're mindful of their comfort and instincts. Overworking without proper breaks. Horses are athletes, but they're not machines. Asking them to work for long periods without proper breaks or rest can lead to frustration and physical strain. A horse that's pushed too hard may start to show signs of fatigue or irritation, such as refusing commands or acting out under saddle. Physical fatigue isn't the only issue. Mental burnout is just as important. Horses, like people, need time to process what they're learning. Overloading them with constant exercises or repetitive drills can make them lose focus and interest in the task at hand. Instead of improving, they may begin to resist. A tired horse may start to feel discomfort in their muscles, joints, or back, which can lead to long-term physical problems if not addressed. Even if they don't show immediate signs of pain, overworking can take a toll on their body. They may try to communicate their discomfort through subtle signs like pinned ears or tail swishing. Breaks aren't just about physical rest. They're an opportunity to reward the horse. Whether it's letting them stretch, giving them a pat, or allowing them to graze for a few minutes, these moments help reinforce positive behavior and keep their spirits up. Rest periods also give you a chance to evaluate how your horse is feeling and adjust the workload if needed. Finding the right balance between work and rest is essential for keeping a horse happy and motivated. Short, focused training sessions with regular breaks are far more effective than long, grueling sessions. Paying attention to their energy levels and body language ensures they stay eager to learn and perform. Feeding treats the wrong way. Horses love treats, but there's a right and wrong way to offer them. Feeding treats by hand can sometimes encourage pushy or nippy behavior, especially if the horse starts associating hands with food. If a horse becomes too eager, they might accidentally nip fingers while trying to grab the treat. The type of treat matters too. Some foods, like sugary snacks or moldy fruits, can upset a horse's digestion or even be dangerous to their health. Feeding inappropriate treats, even with good intentions, can lead to problems like colic or obesity. It's always important to know what's safe before offering anything new. Horses also have a social hierarchy, and giving treats in a group setting can create tension. Dominant horses may push others aside to get to the treats first, leading to squabbles or even injuries. In these situations, feeding treats separately or avoiding them altogether can prevent unnecessary conflict. Overfeeding treats can also disrupt a horse's regular diet. Horses rely on a consistent feeding schedule, and too many extras might throw off their nutritional balance. They may also start pestering you for treats or becoming distracted during training sessions, which can make handling them more challenging. Offering treats the right way, placed flat on your palm or in a feed bucket, keeps both you and the horse safe. It's also a chance to reinforce good behavior by giving treats as a reward rather than on demand. This keeps the interaction positive and prevents bad habits from forming. Not respecting their space. Horses are naturally social animals, but they also value their personal space. Crowding them or standing too close, especially when they're eating or resting, can make them feel uncomfortable or even defensive. A horse that feels their boundaries are being invaded may pin their ears, swish their tail, or move away. Understanding their bubble helps prevent unnecessary tension. For instance, some horses may tolerate close contact during grooming, but dislike it when they're tied up or resting in their stall. Each horse is different, and recognizing these preferences is key to building trust. Ignoring a horse's space can also lead to dangerous situations. If they feel cornered or pressured, they might react with a sudden kick or shove to protect themselves. This isn't aggression, it's their way of saying they need room to feel safe. Horses use subtle body language to signal when they need space, like stepping away or turning their head. Paying attention to these cues shows them you're willing to respect their boundaries. This mutual respect makes them more willing to engage with you on their own terms. Giving a horse space doesn't mean avoiding them altogether. It's about finding the right balance. Whether you're leading, grooming, or working with them, being mindful of their comfort zone helps create a positive and safe interaction. It's all about learning how to work with their instincts, not against them. Thanks for watching! By making these simple changes, you can improve your horse's comfort and build a stronger bond. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with any questions or topics you'd like to see. See you in the next video!